Hello, everyone, and welcome to Business Blabbing with the Besties. I'm one half of the Besties, Famira, the Diamond Diva, your visual impactologist, and I am here with my business BFF, M.E. Porter.
I'm over here.
I'm telling you, when it's showing the recording, it's going to show right.
Really?
Yeah, it looks backwards to us.
Like, that's so funny. But yes, good morning, or good afternoon. Maybe morning, depending on where you are in the world. But yes, I am M.E. Porter, the soul shifter, your SOULutions Sage, with a little bit of marketing magic sprinkled on top. And so, yes, I am the other half of the Business Besties. And so thank you guys so much for joining us today as we continue the conversation on the vision, or writing the vision. Not just having the vision, but writing the vision. And last week, I think we kind of knocked that first show out of the ballpark. What would you say? Or was it the second show?
It was our second episode. This is episode 3 already. I know, right?
Oh, wow. Time is really moving. But yeah, so we are going to continue on, take us right on out of the month of January, correct?
Definitely.
And talking about getting that vision written and what that means and what that looks like and what that feels like for you in business. But I'm going to do something that I didn't let my bestie know that I was going to do this. But I'm going to ask her, I know that she is just really a phenomenal person, a phenomenal woman, and she is indeed the expert in her field. Dare I say the only expert that I recognize. I want to ask her a question. I want her to share with you guys just a little piece of what it feels like to live in the business world and operate from both right brain and left brain. What does that look like? What does that feel like?
So for me, I mean, it feels very natural because it just is who I am. It is funny though when you are meeting with other people, because a lot of people are able, and let me say this, because there is a difference. There are a lot of people that are able to move in and out of both left and right brain. Because they've trained themselves to do so based on their job or, whatever they have going on around them. But it's very different to be designed to operate in both left and right brain, right? And so, right, at the same time. So it's different for me. It's not a move in and out. It is when I look at anything, I see both sides almost kind of like side by side in a picture. So I see the vision of the creative piece on what nothing could be turned into to something. And at the same time, I see all the strategic steps to take it from beginning to end to get there. And in a manner in which I could break it down to other people to be able to understand how to duplicate that and create it themselves. So for me, it's very interesting. It's very natural. It's just, who I am. And it had always been something that I have always tried to turn off. So I tell people it's so funny because I do that in the same way that I'm equally girly girl and tomboy, right? At the same time. And when you're around people, because people are used to wanting one or the other, you try to tone down. I always try to tone down one side and play up the other. To fit wherever I was at, instead of just fully actually operating in the being of being both. So it's still always funny though when working with people, especially like working with my clients, and they're just like, wow, I never saw it like that. I never would have thought of that, and how can you do that, type of thing. And this it always kind of, tickles me because I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just, don't everybody do this? But I have learned, that no, people don't. And a lot of times people don't understand it, or they think that it's fabricated, but it just really is who I am. That I see the world in that way. So it's very, to me, it's fun. I mean, I enjoy it because I like I have been designed to look at nothing and see something, and see the journey along the way. And that's the thing in branding that I teach my clients, which is a lot of times very different than some other people in the industry, is because yes, your results matter and moving into that space matters. However, people pay you for the experience. People pay you for the journey that you're going to take them on and who is leading them on that journey. And so that's what I get my clients to be able to understand, regardless of what side they operate in, right? Because, you know, my creatives, a lot of times they have issues with the steps. They just want to create it and then pass it off to somebody else to do the steps. And then I have my analytical people who are like, what are all the details? I don't really care about the big vision part of it. Like, what do I need to do right now? But you really need to be able to see both sides in order to create the business and the journey that you want your clients to really go on. So
awesome. So yeah, and so of course, you know, I asked that question to lead into another question that is more direct about what we're talking about on today, which is writing vision, having vision, and functioning in vision. So coming from that perspective of being able to see everything and nothing, because that's essentially what you said, right? So from that perspective, how does that impact, how would that impact one's method in which they would write their vision, right? Being able to see everything and being able to see nothing, and then being able to translate that in a manner in which you can feed it to somebody else.
It's like lots of words. No, I'm just like, I tell people I don't even have it with me today because I said I'm just going to float in the conversation. No, I write everything down, and I am the queen of journaling. And I did not even put my journal in front of me today because I was like, no, I'm trying to work on the, you know, on the flow, as my business BFF always talks about. So I didn't have it in front of me. However, and it's in a whole nother room where I would grab it. But that's really a piece of it. I write everything out. So I a lot of times draw things out and then also write them out in words. I do a lot of what people know as mind mapping. And so for those that may not be familiar with what mind mapping is, it's really about taking the most basic of the idea, whether it's just a word or if someone has an idea for a service, and jotting that in the middle and then just kind of saying what's all the things that have to go in place to make that happen. By doing it in a mind map situation, for me, it allows me to visualize the pieces actually taking place and happening around the first initial idea. But because I'm actually writing it down, when other people are able to read it, then it's like, okay, when I go back and read it, I can say, well, they might not understand what that means. Let me take that and write that down some more, and then I mind map off of that piece. Okay, this piece is really kind of self-explanatory, so I don't really need to do that. You know, they'll get this piece. And so then I'm able to take that and, you know, comprise it into what it needs to look like for my clients, and meet them where they are. Because like I said, some people you'll be able to, I'll be able to describe it as a picture because they're visual and they're more creative and they'll get that. And then there's other people that are like, I just can't see it. Like, I can't see it without physically seeing it, right? And so, you know, for them, I may say, okay, well, you know, here's some of the bite-sized pieces to that. This is what it looks like. And then they're like, oh, okay, I get that. So. And I did not know this was interview Famira Day, y'all. She did just put this on me.
Well, you know, I always kind of have something lingering in the back of my mind that I don't always, you know how I am. And so I was just thinking about the whole right brain, left brain, and how it could be an asset right? It can be an asset when you're writing the vision, but how it could also possibly be something to keep you stagnant because you are seeing everything. Some people get afraid when they can see everything and nothing, and they freeze and they get stuck in that moment. And so and just thinking about that, I was just like, wow, well, as far as right brain, left brain, yes, I have the ability to function. However, analysis paralysis. It's not my natural flow. I am analytic. I'm a thinker. I'm a thought processor. That is my strong strength. That is my strength, is that someone can ask me a question that I have never, ever even fathomed in my mind. And when I begin to respond, it just comes out. Like, I process it that quick. It doesn't work so much that way for me without really having to put in effort and really having to focus. The one thing that I do know, though, is that although my right brain and my left brain don't function simultaneously in most situations, what I do know just from having spiritual giftings is that seeing the whole picture, seeing the full picture doesn't always make it easier.
No.
Make it easier. And so that's why I wanted to I really am trying to come up with ways that we can truly help people write the vision. And so I try to think of, like, what are some of the blocks? What are some of the things that stop people? And I think the last show we touched on fear. Fear was one of the reasons that people weren't writing the vision. And so I thought, well, that was shocking to me. You know what I'm saying? I was really surprised by that. And so it made me sit and wonder or think, ponder, what are some of the other reasons that people are afraid to take that next step? You think the thought, you process the thought, and then it's time to write it, to breathe life into it. And so what were some of the things? And it made me think of the right brain, left brain, how seeing the full picture can kind of make people freeze up.
Right.
It can kind of make people freeze up.
And what's so funny is that oftentimes too, a lot of times when people see things, they're really not seeing the full picture, but they think they are. And so, and even in that piece that they're being shown, it's a lot bigger oftentimes than they originally imagined that it would be. Right. And so, and because for me, I my gifting and who I attract to me, I attract global brands, right? So I attract globally minded women who are have a global mindset in regards to their businesses and their purpose here. And so they have really big visions. Right. And a lot of times, even where they're at right in that moment, it's still not the fullness of what they are going to do or who they are. And so, we always, with us, we always still take it back spiritually. And so with that, a lot of times when I am working with my clients, I will see more of their vision than they do. Right. Because that's how, God has blessed me to be able to do that, so that I am able to calm them, direct them, and get them focused on what they need to be doing in that moment. So that they don't get wrapped up, because I recognize that it is already bigger than what they actually see. And so for me, because I get so excited though, I get so excited with people, I have had to learn to really kind of keep that to myself, right? And not always be like, but girl, do you know what really this could be? And because a lot of times they're not ready, for that piece of it.
Absolutely. And so, which is another thing, which is another roadblock, to being able to write the vision, is that they're not ready to accept the full weight of the vision, which is why it's phenomenal, you know, when you say you take the big vision and then you break it down into bite-sized pieces, because someone perhaps can't understand global, but they can understand my county, you know, my city, my county, my state. You know, maybe they can understand I'm called to, you know, the East Coast, or I'm called to the West Coast, or maybe I'm called to the Midwest, or maybe I'm called to the United States. But when you start to add Canada and Mexico and, you know, go out further and further, it freezes them up. And so, again, it brought me to the right brain, left brain thing, because I know that seeing the full picture, and sometimes it's not even fear. It's exactly what you said. It's, I'm just not ready for this. I'm not ready for that, for where this vision is going to take me. And so people get stuck in believing that they have to be ready. Wah, wah, wah.
Right. And that is the lie, right? And so
that is the lie.
Right. Because, I mean, we were ready before we got here. And if we believe that, you know, that he knew us and that he formed us before the beginning of, you know, the world, as my bestie always like to say, in day 6.
Day 6.
You know, then we have always been ready. It's just us realizing that we're ready, right? And so, and I mean, I speak about that from personal experience, because even still, some of the stuff he be showing me, I'll be like, for real? Like, oh, okay.
What you talking about, Jesus?
Right. I'd be like, you sure? And so Marilyn would let y'all know, I'd be in her inbox like, so this is what he said. What do you think? Like, I'd be like, what you think?
Like,
because I'd be like, okay, you know, just even recently, something he just gave me is like, still, my mind is like completely blown from it. But it's just like, oh, you know, you just kind of have to roll with it. And I think that, you know, part of it in me learning my gifting of being able to operate simultaneously in both, that has helped me, you know, to be able to get things out, right? And so people always are like, Famira, you always launching something. You always doing something. Every time I turn around, you got a new program coming out. You got new this, new that, blah, blah, blah. But it really is because I have finally came to terms with operating exactly how I was designed to operate.
That's right.
And because of that, I am able to turn out things, you know, a lot faster and still to a, you know, a great caliber caliber level of execution, because I'm now like, okay, stop fighting it, right? And just get into it. So I think a lot of what people have issue with when it comes to their vision, and the reason why they cause themselves lots of heartache and a lot of unnecessary struggle, right, is because we automatically start to run instead of flow. And you know, when you're looking at running water versus flowing water, it's two very different, you know, views. Like for me, when I think of running water, I think of the faucet, and it's just pouring out of the faucet, and it's really going nowhere. It's going down a drain, right? And it's like, okay, what's that?
Going.
Right, flowing water is like, oh, I'm just like, you know, I'm here filling this up in this purpose. So, you know, so it's very interesting that you chose this. But I'm gonna go grab something right quick. So I'm about to so you talk, but because I want people to visualize what I'm talking about with the mind.
Of course, you want them to visualize. That's what you do, man. That's what you do.
I'll be right. I'll be right back.
And so the other, you know, I just typed in the chat box the lie that you have to be ready for the vision. And so because my thing is truth, you guys, that's the platform in which I stand. I always want to make the lie, I want to make you aware of the lie to bring you closer to the truth. And so another lie is that your vision is, people think that their vision is supposed to be about them. Your vision is not about you. Your vision is not about you. And so a lot of people collide with their vision, which makes them stuck, right? Because when you collide with something, boom, it kind of dazes you. It knocks the wind out of you. So that leaves you stuck, dazed, and confused because they think that their vision is about them. Your vision is not about you. Your vision is about the people that you are tied to, the people that need the experiences that you have had to go through, right? To house that vision. Because you got to go through some things to be able to house that vision. You know what I mean? Hold on to it and bring it to fruition. So let go of the notion that your vision is about you. Your vision is not about you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get out of that selfish. It's all about me. It's what I want to do. There are things in my vision when I'm writing that I'm sometimes repelled, like, oh God, I don't want to do that. But I know that's in the mission, right? And then when I go back over my life, I see the experiences that I have gone through that have equipped me to bring that part of the vision to fruition. So the vision is not about you. If you can let go of the belief that vision is about you, that because it was given to you, it's about you. You are just a conduit, just a carrier of the vision. And so that is a huge, huge lie. Stop believing that your vision is about you. It's not.
Right. So true. So true. And the thing about it that's so funny though is what I find a lot of times, not always the case, but a lot of people that I come into contact with, the vision that they are here to carry out is the very thing that they did not do. And that they had to learn how to do themselves. So like for me, my platform that I stand on is how you show up matters. So you need to show up and stand out, you know, in all of who you are, your uniqueness, you know, all of that. And that's because for years, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't do it. People told me I couldn't do it. People tried to tone me down, calm down. That's too much, you know, chill out. Why you talk so loud? Why you over the top? You know, all these things. And so for so long, I tried to be like, okay, well, let me work on me and let me stop being who I am. I'm sarcastic. I'ma look at you crazy. What are you talking about? I don't understand things that why other people don't understand things that make common sense to me. Like, these are just part of who I am, right? And so my face talks more than my mouth. And forever, I have always tried to, you know, change that and be something else because other people couldn't handle it. And what do I do now? I work with women to get them to the place where they can show up and stand out in exactly who they are, right? And not be concerned about what everybody is saying. Yes, you're too much. Yes, you're extra. Yes, you are turned up, but that's who you were designed to be. Everybody not designed to be around here being Minnie Mouse, talking all soft. Some people is Daisy Duck. Like, if you remember her, she was always looking at, you know, like Donald, like, what are you talking about? Whereas Minnie was just always kind of like smiling. It's all great. Everybody not meant to be that. That's what makes this world great. You know, we need these different types of people in order to carry out God's ultimate vision for the earth. And so it's just always interesting because a lot of, you know, my clients, I mean, I have clients that are relationship coaches. I have clients that are financial coaches. I have clients that are soul coaches, soul care, and all different things. And what is so funny that I would say probably about 90% of them, where they operate at and what they do is somewhere that they struggle with in the first place. And I think that if people could get that piece of it and understand that, it would help them not be afraid of their own vision, because you're here to help people do what you did. Like, why would you want to overcome it and then not help anybody else do the same?
Right. But see, that's where the lie comes from. That's where they get the lie that it's about them.
Right.
No, because they think that because they are the solution, they are the conduit, they think that, oh, well, this is for me. You know what I'm saying? And then when you begin to really to focus on believing that the vision that you carry is for you, you know, that it's about you, then it's hard to how do you show up in the world with this grand vision, and you try to speak the vision to other people, right? But everything you speak, all they hear is you. Who's going to support a vision that the only way you can describe it is that it's about you. 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 And so you're absolutely right. And so it is just imperative that we get to a place as people, as entrepreneurs, as just people, that we stop believing the lie. Number one, that you got to be ready. Number two, that it's about you. And thirdly, we also really have to get to the place where we are willing to allow the Famiras of the world, the M.E. Porters of the world, to sit down with us and hold our hands and guide us, right, along the way as we attempt to write the vision, because it must be written. It must be written. I don't know if I said this on the last show, but I know for me, until I write it, to me, actually writing it is what breathes life into it. Until I write it down, it's just a thought. Mm-hmm. Until I write it down, you know, in my mind, you know, it doesn't have any substance. It doesn't have any matter. You know what I'm saying? There are no walls built around it. It can just kind of crash down and dissipate. But once I write it, I am beginning to build the foundation of the vision. And so it is so important to come out of all of these places that keep us from writing the vision, from being fearful, from being afraid of what you actually see, from believing that you have to be ready. You know what I'm saying? God gave me vision at a very young age. There was no way I was ready. There was no way I was ready to carry out a vision that was a global vision, that was the changing of an entire generation. There's no way I could walk that out as a child. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way. But I've never been afraid of it. I've never been like, oh my God, not me, not me. I've always viewed it from a place of, okay, God, I see what you're saying.
Right.
I hear you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to put my hand in your hand, and I'm going to trust that you're going to surround me with people, with mentors, with counselors, with whatever I need, that other people that can hold the weight of this vision until I can carry the vision to fruition.
Right. And well, I went and got my planner, which I absolutely love. There's tons of different planners, but this one has really kind of changed the game for me. Like, if for those that are meeting me for the first time and don't really know me, I am a stationery junkie. Like, I was the kid in school that was excited about going back to school shopping for school supplies more than for the clothes, right? Because I love notebooks and pens and planners and all this kind of stuff. Like, that's just who I am. I love it. I love it. So, but I got this new planner, and no, I don't get paid for this endorsement. I'm just saying it because I really do love it. But this planner you can see on here is called the Passion Planner. And I love how it's set up, first of all. But second of all, even in this planner, I love the vision behind the planner of the person that created it and how she got started, you know, with her story. And you could check her out on social media. You can just look up Passion Planner. They have it everywhere. But she's young. She's only like 22 years old, 23 years old, something like that. When she was in college, the problem she was having was that none of the planners that were out had everything in it that she wanted. And so she sat down one day and had like her planner and other planners and was taking bits and pieces that she liked from them, as well as how she used to use sticky notes and all these different things. And she ended up birthing out this planner. And this is in regards to talking about the vision piece of it, of just getting started and not being afraid to just start. When she did this, she did a Kickstarter campaign. The first year that the planner came out was 2015. She raised $400,000 through Kickstarter in order to bring her planner to life. And from there, they were able to buy an actual warehouse. They employ people now to actually create these. These are, they are hand inspected. So you have someone that actually signs off in the back to let you know that it was inspected. All these different things. And then this year she did a Kickstarter again for it because they were introducing some new designs and stuff like that. And she raised another like $600,000 or $700,000 for a planner. So you don't never know how God is going to do it until you decide to step out and do it. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is because I wanted to kind of give people the visual behind the mind mapping that I was talking about. So here is mine, and you see I have them here. Each one of these for me is a different project. So I do mine based on project as opposed to for the whole business, because that's just too much. So I have here different projects, and so you see I have a bunch of projects I'm working on already, but I have 6 projects between now and June that I will be launching in some type of way, right? And then what I do is, so in the center is just the name of the project, and then around it is each thing that I have to accomplish in order to bring that to fruition, to bring it to life. And then I just build off of it. And then what I do, once I get it all out, I don't think about it in no type of order. However it comes to my mind, I just map it out, put it on there. Then once I'm able to do that, then I go back and look at it and number it and say, okay, I need to do this step before I can do this step. What logical sense of order does it make to do this in? And then each one of those, whatever is underneath it, I do the same thing for that. And then I'm able to take those things, put them, now I have them in order of what I need to actually accomplish, because now they're tasks. And then I'm able to map out my week or, my month or however, and set goals and timelines on them. What happens is people are like, I have this great idea. I know I need a timeline. And then they get overwhelmed with trying to take it from out of their head and put it down. And a lot of times people make things a lot harder than they have to be. Just sit down, whatever the idea is. No, don't hold anything back. Just write out everything that you can think of in your mind that would take it to make it go from just the idea in your head to coming true. So if it's an event, you need a venue. Where is it going to be at? What's going to be the time? Who do I need to talk to? Am I having speakers? All those different things. Just put them all on the paper. That's part of writing the vision. I don't know why we have gotten caught up in the fact of thinking that writing the vision means that we have to do it in a specific, particular way. Just because you're writing the vision does not mean you have to write it as a paragraph. It could be pictures. It could just be a bunch of words. Whatever.
That's right.
That's right. If you're a bullet point person, just put down bullet points. That's still writing the vision, but just get it out of your head and onto paper. That is the whole point of writing the vision, so that you're able to move forward and actually take action, because you can never take action if you don't have it situated, don't have it out of your head, because in your head, a lot of things are going on. So, especially if you're a visionary on any capacity. And if you're like any of my people I know that are global minded, there's 1,000 ideas going on in your head at any given time. So that's why I just wanted to share that in regards to what that looked like, in case some people were not necessarily familiar with mind mapping, or like Amy put down over here, brain dump, stuff like that. And then, and Amy posted about the mastermind. So I'll let you talk about that briefly.
Well, I just wanted to make it known that, that is a space that we stand in. As besties, we actually have a company where we partnered and we created a company called Modern Day Thought Leaders. And what we do is we help our clients write their vision. Essentially, we help them bring it to a vision. We help them bring it to sight. We take their vision and help them bring it to sight. And so just like I just wrote in the chat box, you have to think of your vision as when you're writing it, think of it as you're writing the instruction, right? Because just imagine if God has made you the carrier of this vision, okay? And he knows when he put that vision in you, just like Moses didn't cross over into the promised land, like Joshua had to take him on into the promised land. So he put this vision in you. There's a reason why he tells you to write the vision. Because what if he put the vision in you and your job as the carrier is to document the vision so that the person who comes behind you can carry out the vision. So it is imperative that you write the vision. That's why I said, think of your vision as they are instructions. So that if somebody has to come up behind you and finish bringing that vision to fruition, they have a step-by-step plan. I'm a bullet point girl, right? But I write enough in my bullet points that if you come up the rear behind me, you're going to be able to follow exactly what the vision was that was housed in me. And so it's important to write the vision because somebody else may have to bring it to fruition.
So true. So true. And I think that's the key that a lot of people don't often think about, because they often look at it as though, oh, it's my vision and only I can do it, type of thing. And that's not true. And, yes, you are who has been designed to handle it. But sometimes you don't know fully your piece, in it. So, and like you said, you may be just the carrier, you may be, the waterer, you may be,
that's right,
the gardener of it. So, so that's why I think too, it's so important to make sure that you do write it out, like you said, because that's something that people don't think about. Chat. So we have so much going on in the chat box, and I just want to talk about this a little bit. Chai, as I said, we all need someone to help us to bring our vision to life. And she also spoke about a woman doesn't often give birth by herself. She needs help. Birthing and dreaming our vision is the same. Oh, birthing and our dream are the same. So it's true, it's so funny though to me, like it's so many things. There's very rarely anything that we really, really do by ourselves.
Very rare.
Right. Like very rarely is there, as far as activities and, creative things that's happening, very little do we do by ourselves. Some type of way we run into idea by somebody, we getting feedback from it. We are, do you know somebody who needs this? There's always some aspect of outreach that usually goes with anything. So I don't know why people think that when God show you a vision that you just go be by yourself, this little, martyr monk over here, like, I got to do it all by myself. Like, no, let people know, let people know what's going on so that people can support you, because a lot of people want to. And so, but we don't know because we just keep it to ourselves.
That's absolutely right. And so if you were with us last week, we said that we were going to invite somebody to come in and sit with us. And so we're going to do that now. We are going to unlock the seat. And Famira, you can tell them about that seat.
So last week, if you were on the show last week, Marilyn had made the reference to somebody getting in the hot seat. And I was like, I don't want to say hot seat. Everybody says hot seat. And and for me, I was be thinking about getting in the fire. I'm like, I don't want to get in the hot seat, even though, you know, Marilyn's description was a lot different and actually a lot better than what I was visualizing. But because she was saying the hot seat is more about have your burning desire for your questions to get answered and stuff like that. So, but anyway, in this particular episode, we are calling it the vision seat. And so what we had said we would do is that we would invite someone to come into the seat and just to kind of talk to us a little bit about their vision, what they are looking to do for this year, because Marilyn had given homework the last time for people to actually write the vision. But if you were not here last week and you want to hop in, you can still do so. And we just want to talk to you in regards to what is your vision? What are you looking to do, not only in this year, but just overall, whether it's in your business or in life, the purpose that you're walking in. So don't be shy. I will give my disclaimer like I did. I did last week. Because we are on Blab, and you know we do have people in here that we don't necessarily know personally or that don't personally know us. I have to give a disclaimer, and that disclaimer is: please do not come up in the seat with shenanigans. Please make sure that you are fully clothed and that you are operating in decency and in order as you enter to the seats, or you will be deleted out of the seat, blocked, and prayed for, because we don't play them kind of games. So, but with that, that's the disclaimer. So with that said, anyone, please welcome to the vision seat and join us. We would love to hear about what you're doing in the world.
And we would love to support you.
Right.
We would love to support you if we can. If we can, we would love. Well, I know that we can. So the thing is, will you allow us? Will you permit us to help you? Because we know that we can help you.
Yes, indeed.
Famira, you know I don't like dead space, girl.
I know.
No, you know I don't like dead space.
It's been 2 seconds and she like, no, I can't take it. So, I don't know, Chai, where are you at? Can you get into the seat, Chai, though? I don't know where you're at. Because I know sometimes she's watching us on the go, so she might not be able to get in a seat or on a cell. Okay. I don't know if Cinnamon can get in the seat or not. If not, I mean, we can just. Oh, there she is.
Hi. Good afternoon, Cinnamon and Mama.
Good afternoon. I came outside so I could get in because the reception inside was terrible.
Oh, I wish I was outside some beautiful sunny Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And Florida.
I know.
I'm in the seat just to holler at the people that are watching to say that these two ladies are indeed exactly everything they say they are. They will do exactly what they say they do. They will help your business. They will jumpstart you. They will get all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Get your vision started. Get you on the way. You walk away with a plan in place. I can't say that for very many people. That will let you walk. That won't let you walk away until you have a plan in place and follow up with you if they don't see you working your plan.
Right.
Yes.
Accountability.
That's right.
And we don't have enough of that. So yes, I am all y'all know I'm like y'all biggest cheerleader. I don't have my pom-poms with me right now, but if I did, I'd be shaking them.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you so much. Hey, we look. We actually worked with Cinnamon a few months ago, and it got so good to us till we were like, you know what, girl, your vision is so strong. We need to do something with you.
Yes.
Collaboration, honey. Collaboration.
Yes, collaboration. And you are absolutely right. We are not islands. We are not designed. That God did not design us to be on this earth to be walking around doing things by ourselves.
No,
that was not the design. So yes, swallow your pride. Reach out if you need some help. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. Exactly.
Not at all. I love me some them.
Oh, and we love some of you. Thank you so much. Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
I'm going to clear up this seat because somebody needs to jump in here. And so I'm going to clear it up. I just want to let those watching know, don't be scared. They don't bite.
Come on in. Come on in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Love y'all.
Love.
Love you too.
Oh, that was so awesome.
We love cinnamon.
Yeah.
But see, this is what I try to tell people. This is when you operate from a place of authenticity and you really are walking in your purpose, you are able to truly help people. You know, getting back to what you were talking about, Marilyn, where it's not about you. Like when we sit down with people, it's really about them, you know, and it's really about what is going to help them do and be what they are here to do and be. And so that's why we don't have a problem giving people how. You know, so many people just give the why and the what. I talk about this till I'm blue in the face, but till some people get it, there's a new era of entrepreneurs, especially in the entrepreneur space, of people that are tired of fluff. They are tired of what and why. They know what, they know why, but they don't know how. And they need somebody to show them how. And if you're not going to be willing to show them how, then you need to sit down.
Out the way.
And so that is why it's so important for us when we do work with people, whether it's in our individual businesses or when it's in our business that we have together and we come together, that people walk away with action. They walk away with steps. Even when I do free calls, people walk away with something they can implement immediately.
Chiesta said, how do I call in? She like, look, I'm on my phone. How do I get in that seat?
So on your phone, Chai, if you are in the you should be looking at it from the web. You should still see where it says open seat, and it should say call in, and you should be able to hit it. Depending on what directionality your phone is, you may have to turn it landscape so that you see the open seat. But you should just be able to click the button where the open seat is at, and it'll let you call in automatically. But
yes. And so I'm so glad. I'm really glad that we came together and really made the decision to talk about vision, because as you all can see, there are so many things connected to writing the vision. It's not just about getting a real pretty notebook, because I hear people all the time, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it, guys. But I hear people talk a lot about the kind of pen that they write with, and I have to have this pen, and it writes so smoothly, and the kind of paper, and I love the way my pen glides on the paper. And so when I hear that, I'm often wondering, are they worried more about the components, or are they worried more about the vision?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I like me a nice journal. I love me a nice, smooth writing pen. Hey, I got one in my purse right now that I would fight for if somebody tried to take it. But if I don't have that pen near me and I begin to get a divine download, I'm going to find a pen from wherever. I'm going to write on a napkin. I'm going to write on a brown paper bag. I don't even know if they make those anymore, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make sure that when I'm compelled to begin to write, to download what has been downloaded into me, I'm going to make sure that I get it out. Right.
Chai, if you can't get in, comment right in the message if you have a question or what it is, and then we can just address it from there if we need to, if you can't figure out how to get in from your phone. But yeah, that I put down hashtag team we fight over opinions because I am the same way about my pens and stuff. But no, it is true. Like for me, I have a notebook in my purse. It has to stay in my purse because I just don't ever know when the ideas are going to come. And so, one thing I want people to understand about who Marilyn and I are in regards to what we do and what we are unapologetically firm and standing on is the fact that we know that we are meant to work with visionaries, trailblazers, people that are doing stuff that no one has ever done. We definitely operate from the standpoint of no boundaries, no box. Right. We don't care how, crazy it may seem to the world, because we understand that if it was given to you, it was given to you by God, and that means that it can be carried out. It's just all about figuring out the correct journey to take it on. And so for that's something that I had to really come to terms with, of the fact that I am not a status quo person, and I never have been, and so that's why you'll often see me talk about, being extra or too much, or why are you trying to always do that? You in everything. If you've heard any of those things, then you are amongst the right two, because
yes,
we've been there, done that, right? But at the end of the day, the world needs all of who you are.
That's
not
right.
a portion of it, right? And so
and what if you're not giving the world all of who you are? What are you doing?
Lying.
Being fake.
And that's the bottom line to it. So, and the thing about it, we talked about this yesterday. We also co-host on another talk show called The Conversations. The Conversation alongside of Stevie Aisha Mills. And we were talking about that on yesterday. And we were talking about how people often think in order for you to be being fake, that you have to be totally somebody else. That's not the truth. If you just hold back any portion of who you are, I'm here to let you know that you're being fake.
You're being fake. You're fake, baby. Yes.
So
fake.
I mean, it just is what it is. It's the truth, and so, for me, it is interesting that my BFF would be somebody that stands on the platform of truth, because I have run from the truth for so long, and now I'm best friends with the truth. How symbolic is that?
Yeah. Breakthrough moment. Yes.
Exactly. Like, so, and that's how God will set stuff up. And I love it. I love that. So, and she makes me, every day be more of who I am. So, I would just want to publicly thank you for that. I know you always be trying to put me on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot because you do that, and a lot of people, when they see us, they automatically see us as a team, and and you often speak out in regards to what I do and help you with your brand visually. But I want to take a moment to speak out about what you helped me do from a soul level in regards to really being all of who I am and more of who I am, and standing in that without apologizing, without feeling bad, without being heavy laden about it. And it's very liberating. And so, the truth of the matter is I've always been someone who ran from the truth, hid the truth, embellished the truth, outright lied, because I was scared of the truth. And so to now be in a place where I'm best friends with the truth, it's nothing but God. And so I just thank you for standing on that platform and being all of who you were created to be, bold and vibrant with it, and turned up on 5,000, because that's what I needed, to jolt me into truly aligning with what God has called me to be. So I just want people to know, when you see this, a lot of what is going on, especially right now, and my operating from fullness of who I am, is because I'm in this lady inbox.
Oh my goodness. Well, I certainly was not ready for that part of the vision. But you know what? I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to know that God has connected me with such a phenomenal woman that that me being who I am doesn't make her shy away from who she is. It makes her stand up taller. And so that blesses me. Like, that truly does bless me, because I am accustomed to people shying away when I walk in the room with all this big brazen boldness. I'm only 5'3", y'all. I'm 5'3", but I think I'm tall. I think I'm tall. I think I'm tall. And so people really begin to shy away because I'm rock solid on who I am, what I'm called to do, the platforms that I need to stand on, and that my solid foundation is truly from a place of truth. And so I love this lady right here. I love her because she doesn't shy away from it. She runs smack dab into it every single day. And so I honor you for that, Famira, because I haven't seen you run from the truth. And I don't know, maybe you ran and I just reached out and grabbed you back. But to me, every day when you show up in my life, you show up ready to accept the truth about you, the truth about everything around you, the truth about everything you do, the truth about who you are. And so I openly appreciate you for that. I haven't seen you run. I've seen you stand bold and firm and allow yourself to be processed. And that's like a superwoman move right there to me. Everybody can't do that. Everybody's not ready for that, but you have been, my sister. And so here we sit, with talk shows and businesses and just divinely connected and divinely instructed to change the entire world. Here we are. And so you guys, listen, y'all can play around with this and not follow us and not watch our blabs and not check out our periscopes and not like our Facebook pages and not follow us on Twitter, all of that stuff. So listen here. When you see us on an international platform, remember that you had a chance to connect freely. All you had to do was connect.
Right. Oh, well, Cinnamon said, not me. I'm so on board. And I know if Child is still watching, she probably shout and saying the same thing.
I know that's right.
So, but with that, we are at the top of the hour. And so I'm excited because next week we actually will be joined by a guest on the show. And so I'm really excited about that. And so you'll be joining us next week. That's part of what we're doing on this platform. We're actually bringing in other awesome entrepreneurs, business people in life, business, that are totally rocking their area of expertise and really showing up and standing out big in the world. And so we have Teo Roxon coming with us next week. And so if you don't know him, trust me, you want to know all about him. He is an awesome entrepreneur, and he is living the lifestyle that I'm looking to live real soon, and that is that of the nomad. Yes, location independent, baby. I don't need no zip code. And so he was actually one of the very, very first people that I connected to on Blab when I first came on this platform and started just kind of peeking around. His Blab was actually the very first Blab I got on. And he was talking about the lifestyle of the nomads. And so, and I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I have been thinking forever. And it made so much sense to me, and I'm excited to have him on the platform. And so he'll be with us next week right here on Business Blabbing with the Besties. And so you want to make sure that you check us out next week, same time, right here, 12 noon Eastern. And it's been a pleasure seeing you all. Connect with us on social media. We have a Twitter page for Biz with the Besties. We have Facebook page. Come talk to us. Come comment and let us know that this show has been a blessing to you. And just be on the lookout, not only for what we're doing collectively, but also for what we're doing individually in our businesses, because I'm trying to tell y'all,
going down.
You might as well join the party.
It's going down.
So until next week, I am Famira, the Diamond Diva, your visual impactologist, and
I am M.E. Porter, the soul shifter, your SOULutions Sage, with a little bit of marketing magic sprinkled on the top.
Awesome. So we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.